Good morning. My name is Mark Borse, and I work for Access Services as part of their homeless outreach program, their service to folks experiencing homelessness in Montgomery County. And one of the things I also do is I talk with churches about how they might provide a ministry to the folks in their communities who are experiencing homelessness. I'm really looking forward to coming and talking to you guys in a couple of weeks as we enter into the Lenten season about the ministry and maybe some reflections, some thoughts on the implications of this work and this ministry at a time when we are anticipating the work that God has done in our lives through the work of His Son, Jesus. And so I'm really looking forward to having that conversation with you. One of the things about homelessness in Montgomery County is that it's very hidden. This is a Walmart parking lot on a Saturday night, and this car in the center, this Lincoln Town car, is actually the home of a gentleman named Anthony. He's 87 and his health is not very good, and we actually provide healthcare services to him through a street medicine program that we've started in the Pottstown area. But you and I might walk through a Walmart parking lot and not even notice that this is also the home of somebody experiencing homelessness. Other times, this is more of what we sort of think about when we think of homelessness is an encampment like this. This is in the woods in Montgomery County, and the folks who moved together in this area because of Ida. In the background, they're over the edge is where their tents were, but the flood forced them up into the last bit of high ground that there was, and they moved up there for safety, and they were able to weather that storm, but it was hard. In bringing a healthcare worker out to this area to talk to folks and figure out what their healthcare needs were, one of the healthcare workers said to me, "I've lived in this town my entire life, and I never knew that this was back there." So we're talking about people who are very vulnerable and also hidden because that's what they need to do to survive. And there are implications for that in terms of our services and also the ministry that we would like to do with them. And then it's also very important for us to know that homelessness isn't an abstraction. It's real people and real lives and real stories. And this is a gentleman named Dave, and he's sitting actually in the medical clinic waiting to see a doctor. And he had told me that he played guitar and he had been in a band. He lost his guitars in the flood this past summer. They were ruined in the water. But when he was sitting in this room, and it's just a day room in a local service center, he saw this guitar in a corner and he just picked it up, and it was badly out of tune, and he spent a couple minutes tuning it up, and then he just started playing. And for about 20 minutes while he was waiting for the doctor, we were serenaded by some really good guitar playing. And it reminds me that these are humans. These are people who are struggling, but they're names and faces, and they're people just like you and I, who have just fallen in hard times. And I think we are called as Christians to find out who they are and to relate to them and to figure out how we can be most helpful to them. So again, I'm excited to join you in a couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to just sort of reflecting with you at this period of time in our church calendar about how we can together help the folks who are really vulnerable in our community. So I will see you hopefully soon in a couple of weeks. Thanks.